a good ball played in for Tony Morley. Oh, he missed it! It is! Peter Will! Villa in the lead!
Hello, good evening, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to the Villa Forever podcast. I am your host, Chad Williams. Please subscribe. Help me to the road to 2K. Make sure to give me a follow on all socials. And you can follow me on Spotify, Apple and Amazon Music. Let's smash the likes. Let's spread awareness of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. This evening, I have two special guests on the show. I'm joined by my special guest, Joe Wainman, who is the host of the Just Joe football show, and James Parkin, who is the host of Living Life DMD star. And it's so nice to collaborate with a fellow Duchenne sufferer who goes through the similar battles and challenges every day. And it's so important that we raise awareness of this horrible disease and we keep fighting DMD. This is the match preview. And we do the pre-match talk show. Leeds United versus Aston Villa. In the Premier League on Sunday is a 2 p.m. kickoff at Elland Road. Over the years between Aston Villa and Leeds at Elland Road, there has been some fiery encounters, and Aston Villa return from the international break with an away game, and still in good form going into this game. Normal service resumes. It's great to have you on this show, both of you. How are we tonight?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, I'm doing great, Chad, James. Great to meet you, James. Obviously, fellow Leeds fan as well, so that's good.
I've seen you YouTube stuff. Yeah, really good.
Are you a fan? Is that the main thing? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Good man. And Chad, thank you for having me on, mate. It's a pleasure.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joe, keep up the great work. I watched your stream earlier with Luke Robinson. That was a good chat with Luke.
Yeah.
It's great to have you on my show as well.
Yeah, it's great to be here, mate. It's great to be here, so thank you.
So, I'll get into the podcast then. So, start you first, Joe. So, what do you expect for the game on Sunday?
It's funny you mentioned just about some of the great games we've had, and I think recent times at Elland Road when we gave you that goal. I was just talking earlier to Luke about it. It was a great game. I think we had some great games in the Championship, two big clubs. And then you come up to the Premier League, and to be honest, the rivalry is nowhere near as strong as it was when we were in the Championship, because, you know, you have. I guess it was more because we were two big clubs in that division. I'm quite envious, really, of Aston Villa and where they've gone since being in the Premier League. You know, Champions League, signing big players, whereas we ended up going back down and have just come back. So I'm quite envious. But look, it's a massive game for us. The manager could be in trouble. I feel he's got to probably get a win because we've got some.
What do you make of him?
I like him, Chad. I'm interested to get what James's thoughts are on the manager, because I like him. So it'd be interested to hear what James would say.
I think the media have treated him very harshly. I don't like the way the media, because when he was at Norwich, he got given £9 million to try and keep a team up in the Premier League. You can't. That
Yep.
Doesn't cut it in the Premier League. He doesn't even cut it in Championship, never mind
Yep.
Premier League. And I don't think, he's pretty much on board with a sinking ship anyway. There was no way he would be able to keep that team up. So to judge him after he won the team promotion, say that get rid of him or something, it's absurd, really. It just doesn't happen to a team you brought up squad players, and then after a playoff final, you had to pick them all back up again. And we sold a lot of players, so we had to go again and probably play even better the following season.
But James, you spent a lot of money in the window. I didn't say how much money you spent. But when I think of Leeds and Villa, they're both traditional Premier League clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, we are traditional Premier League clubs, and that's why I would Brentford's, Bournemouth's. For me, I want the old Premier League of the 90s with Leeds, with Villa, with Newcastle, with Forest, with all these clubs. And
Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn even, who remembers that? Blackburn obviously won the Premier League, of course. So I would like it to return to that. But you'll know yourself, it's difficult that first few years. Forest found it difficult. Now they're in Europe. You found it difficult. Now you've been in the Champions League. So it's just about getting through these first couple of seasons. And I'm just hopeful at this point that we can get through these first couple of seasons. We've not been in the relegation zone yet, so that's a positive. I don't think he's got the best squad available, but he's getting as best as he can get out of it. And we've got 3 home games now. Now they're not easy home games. It's it's Liverpool, and it's Chelsea. So, but this is where he makes his money. This is where he gets to keep his job. If he can get positive results starting on Sunday, then he deserves to keep his job,
To go next, I don't think it'd be a straightforward victory. Because Leeds back in the Premier League. I don't think a lot of Leeds fans are sure you can take a lot of belief from how well Sunderland are doing. And Burnley, this could be the season that the newly promoted teams in the Premier League. I don't think Leeds is probably their best chance they've ever got in staying up, I think.
I think with the main thing is the home form. That is the key. Yep. Any team really going up, need to make your home games the fortress. That they're going to be the places where got to make it difficult for teams to go get the result. I don't think the form of Elland Road has been too bad, apart from some of the results. We were very unlucky against Bournemouth. Against West Ham we did well, and not many teams have actually scored that many goals against Leeds at Elland Road.
You're right as well. And we have only lost once at Elland Road, and that was against Spurs, and that was 2 deflected goals, and they're the best team away from home this season. They sit top of the away form table to Spurs, so it's not too bad a thing to lose narrowly 2-1 to them. So I do have faith and hope that I mean, I don't know, Chad, what are you like away from home? Do Villa travel well? I know you're in great form at the minute.
We're usually better at home. Our away form still needs to improve. And every now and then away from home, we do get the odd strange results. But going into this game, we are in excellent form. We should be confident going into this game. And also, I think as well, at Elland Road, we need to silence the home crowd. With Leeds, it can be very hostile. Elland Road, it makes it difficult for the visitors. It's a very noisy stadium.
Yeah, no, it will be. I think the first goal is crucial. I don't know about you, James. I think, if we can get that first goal, then you hope then with the crowd behind us, we can kick on. But if Villa were to get it, it could easily turn with the way the fan base is feeling at the minute.
I think, definitely about goals, the first goal, but also I think set pieces, I think, are going to be really important because this season, it's one of the best seasons Leeds to be for set pieces for a long time.
Yeah. To go amongst the Calvert-Lewin, actually, I had a look at a stat the other day. He's actually got a good record against Aston Villa. Calvert-Lewin, and to get the best out of him, you need to give him service. And like you said, Giants, especially from set-piece situations as well.
I think a lot as Calvin Lewis strikes has not been the best, but there's a lot of other things he brings to the team. But I've noticed at the games, I've noticed, holding the ball up a bit, it's like a team needs that, especially if they've not, going to be like countering a lot of time, and I think he's actually not too bad at that. And he's a guy at one point that scored 16 Premier League goals in a season, Everton it. I think it was a 21-22 season. And so, because I remember him scoring against Leeds on opening day when fans were allowed back at.
It's very different to think now. The player that he was at Everton. It's very different, but also go back to the game. I think we're going to have a lot of possession, I think. We need to utilise possession. And don't give Leeds time on the ball, because I know Leeds like to do with Daniel Farke. They'll build up play from the back. That's how you sort of transition.
Yeah, it's been quite frustrating at times in terms of our build up. We in some games we've been really direct, Chad, and it's worked, and then there seems to have been over the last few games this reverting to wanting to play this patient build up, which actually doesn't really work in our favour for the players we have at the minute. But I mean, I really hope, you've mentioned it, Luke's mentioned it, that Calvert-Lewin actually, can get some goals, because it's the one area of his game where he's lacking. But he has got a few against Villa, as you said, so hopefully that happens on Sunday.
What do you think of this guy? That can might use the long ball a little bit more. That can let him play on the high line. Do you think you want to do that a little bit more often?
I mean, I hope he does. I don't know what James thinks. I think there was a graph not too long ago where it showed Leeds build up in terms of how direct they were and how quick they were, and we were slow and not overly direct. And I think what that does in the Premier League allows defences to settle and get into shape and easier to defend against, and then also create their own attacks in transition. So I'd like us to go from back to front as quick as possible and use Calvert-Lewin's best attributes, which are his ball-winning abilities in the air, that physical side to his game, and just hope we can get enough players around him to score goals. But I think we're missing some players, number 10. We liked Emi Buendia, for example. If we could have had him, he could have helped, Well,
I'm glad that he signed at Villa.
Also, players like Willie Donto, he's back in training now, so we've not had him for about 6 weeks.
Yeah,
he's one of the players who I think when he's fit can shine at this level. It's just getting the ball on the pitch and all the fit.
I hope you're right.
Also,
I hope
I
you're right.
tried all like Sean Long stuff. I like him actually. He's one of the players of Leeds, probably. Long stuff's a decent signing.
I think that was the benefit. I think the benefit I would gain a player like long stuff for the price. It's probably aided by the fact that Newcastle, and PSR and all the money that they're spending,
Yeah.
going to be able to get him for such a good price.
Yeah.
In
Aston
the
Villa as
midfield.
well, I was going to say. The midfield, like you said, James, the midfield, James. But physically, I think that's going to be the key battle. Like, not winning physically, I think. With the second balls, I think. Because I think Onana as well, and McGinn, they'll be battling for possession. As well, out stronger, much trick.
Hopefully, John McGinn, put all his energy into the Scotland game.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Do you know what as well? Like you mentioned that physical battle, like we normally have a 3 in midfield, whereas you normally have a 2, don't you, Chad? I believe. So hopefully that numerical advantage will work for us. And I hadn't thought about what James said about John McGinn putting it all in that Scotland.
Yes.
He might have even been on beers as well afterwards,
Well, yeah, you're celebrating with his family at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, that's a good point, that is.
Yeah.
And also the Eddie Buendia. I think he could cause Leeds a lot of problems with his pressing. From the way you play it for the back. Eddie Buendia could pressurize you, forcing you into mistakes. And Buendia doesn't stop working hard for his team.
Yeah.
And also, you might have a point to prove Buendia because he's sort of like under the radar. You think to all the other players, you've got to know that he's been at Villa for quite a long time now.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like, they've been like, well, not like a forgotten man, but do you think all the other players that you've got in the similar positions that you've had?
Well, squad depth at the moment. He's the best within a bit of squad depth. She's looking in great shape. We've got enough options, even off the bench. With the looks at even Ross Barkley has been making impacts. He's been more direct. That's what I like as well. But we've got so much quality in that team. And we've probably got one of the best midfields in the Premier League.
I think you mentioned the pressing as well. I think when you mentioned about Buendia and stuff, that's again it comes back to that style and whether or not the manager will go direct, because there has been games where we have tried to play out from the back and it has caused us problems. It has caused us problems in terms of being pressed and being our own worst enemy. And I do think it'd be best for us to bypass that. But I do look at Villa and you are right. You've got a great side. You've got some great players in there. I mean, I love Morgan Rogers. He's one of my favourites, to be honest.
And he's a complete opposite to only Watkins at the moment. Compared to how he's going, I mean, he's struggling for 4 Watkins, which I will come to in a bit. And also shooting from distance. I think Villa need to make sure we close down like outside the box. They don't need sometimes. They do have the guy from outside the box. It's pretty sweet that Leeds fans want to see more of, I think.
So are you saying that your weakness is shots from outside the box?
Well, I think we just need to close you down, I think. Yes. I think the likes of long stuff. Players like that, I think, seem to shoot the distance in your team.
I think Aaron Stack is probably our best shooter at long distance.
Okay.
Yeah, Anton
That's
Stack
interesting.
obviously scored a lovely free kick against Wolves, didn't he, as well? So definitely one to watch.
Also, going to get a graphic on the screen there. So this is the predicted opposition on it. This is the team that Leeds will be up against. The Aston Villa Thighs. So let's go on the screen then. So Joe, can you talk me through this team?
Yeah,
How Leeds set up?
so I think it'll be a 4-4-3-3. The defense at the minute, I'd say it picks itself. I mean, I've gone for Strauch over Biol because I just think we need better ball progression, and he's very good at passing the ball into the into the midfield and into the final third. In terms of midfield, I did bring out Longstaff just because he'd had a few poor games of late. But to be honest, it could be any combination with Ampadu. He'll keep his place, but it could change. I mean, you might see Tanaka come out, Longstaff in. You might see Stack come out, Longstaff in. It could be any combination, but the one constant will be the captain Ampadu. I think Okafor plays. Calvert-Lewin, I think, will come back in just because I think his overall game is better than what Metch's is. And then I think he might throw Nonto back in, or maybe even Dan James, because Dan James had a great time away with Wales. I think he got a couple of goals.
The last game.
What's that, sorry?
Did he play the last game?
James, he came off the bench, but he did play for Wales and was very good against Wales, for Wales, sorry. So that might have a bearing on it. Do you agree with that lineup, James, or would you make changes, do you think?
I'd probably put Longstaff in instead of Tanaka because I think Tanaka depends on because he played for Japan.
Right, okay, yeah.
International break, so it depends how he is when he gets back to the UK.
That's a good point.
Ampadu, he takes possession, he does. So the midfield is very important the way Leeds play. He keeps you guys ticking over. He's a very calm influence. Then he gets stuck in.
Yeah.
I think he's a good cog in midfield.
Do you like him, James? Yeah.
Because he allows Goodmanson and Bogle to get forward, and that's if we're going to get the best of Calvert-Lewin, then they need to be attacking.
You can't go like 4-3-3. Just look attacking, not attacking, but wait, when you're at home, you have to go for it. I mean, you're at home, aren't you? But and also Strauch. I think he's physically like his height. He's quite strong. He is, I think.
He is. It's decent start, but it might be Biol. It could be Biol that gets played instead. So it'd be interesting to see actually because he came on in the last game, did Strauch. But yeah, I'm interested to see which lineup he goes with. To be honest, so.
And what you make, Joe? Your goalkeeper.
Perry. Will you ask me or James?
James. Yeah, James. What do you like the goal him?
I think he's looked okay, but it's not been easy for him because he made his first played really well his first game, but then he got injured.
Yep.
So we had Darlow for a few games. But I think a bit more time really. I think the jury's the way it's I like his presence, in the goal. I think there's a bit more like bit more about it than Melier and in terms of like overall size.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about confidence as well.
It's important, confidence.
It certainly is. I don't think, like you said, James, on Perry, the jury's still definitely out on the goalkeeper. We haven't seen enough from him yet, have we? Yeah, I don't know if they've signed the best one available, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. We just have to have faith.
So, Joe, I want to talk about Daniel Farke.
Yeah.
So, what is your overall thoughts on Daniel Farke?
So I like him. I feel he's done a very successful job at Leeds United. He got us promoted. Yes, not at the first time of asking, but we still had a successful season. Really, we got 90 points. We got to the playoff final. We lose 1-0. You know, it's a 90-minute game. We then won the league. You know, another championship win. We scored over. You know, we got 100 points. We scored crazy amounts of goals. We saw some great games. So it was a successful period. Then we come up to the Premier League, and in 11 games, he's done a decent job. I know people want more. I understand it, but for me, I like him as well. So it's hard for me to find flaws because I actually like him, the manager. I like him, the person. I think he's done a good job of leading the ship, of steering the ship. So for me, I like
Do
him.
you think?
Go on, sorry.
Do you think that he's proven Premier League manager? Because the last few times, like, he seems to get teams up. He sort of can't get them established. Really like what he did at Norwich, like, at Norwich City.
Yeah, no, that's where the jury's out as well on the manager, Chad. Can't hide from that fact. He's had 2 cracks at it with Norwich. I agree with what James said earlier. I don't think he was given a fair crack of the whip because of the money that was spent previously. But the jury's out, isn't it? You know, so we'll have to wait and see what this season ends up like. You know, we'll have to wait and see what this season ends up like. But I hope that that he can prove himself at the top level.
He needs to get to that next level. But for you, though, as it Leeds fans, you and James, what do you think is the next level?
For our football club?
Yeah, like your expectations.
After we've stayed up, I want what yous have got. I want Europe. I don't know about James, but after if we stay up, I think Leeds United should be in Europe.
I think definitely stay up's the main thing, but at least it'd be nice to actually, slowly every year do it a little bit better. I quite like the way
keep improving. Yeah,
I quite like the way Brentford have gone about the Premier League. I think the way that they've approached it is,
and the recruitment,
and it is quite obvious. Like a team like Brentford can do that. Why can't a team like Leeds? It's just it's like small steps, like season by season.
Yeah. That's what with Villa, that's what Aston Villa sort of done, really. When they've got a big journey, really. For the Championship days. We've been on a journey ever since. Because Emery now, he's transformed the football club. I'm about to where to Wainman on, but Leeds. We see Leeds as a big club as well. I always saw Leeds as a big club, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same man. I want some of that Europe again, man. I want some of that Europe again, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Does it like you start to play? I think Daniel Farke, like you start to play. It's very exciting to watch, I think. But I think it's gonna be like obviously you had a busy summer rebuild. So you're gonna give him a little bit of time, I think, Daniel Farke.
Yeah.
To build the team.
I believe so as well. You know, I believe he deserves that, and I don't think the board gave him enough, Chad, in terms of personnel. It probably didn't spend enough. I don't know what James thinks. So I'm hoping he can get to January, and then we can give him some more players, because everyone has to, right? Everyone has to go again and continue to improve the squad.
I think the positions at Leeds is another striker. Because, you know, I think there's a lot of pressure on Calvert-Lewin, especially with his injury record. It just be nice to have another option, just like you mentioned, done well. But I think like Peru struggled a little bit, the gap between Championship and Premier League. I think he's.
Come on, these James. I think from the Championship, the quality it's a big jump to the Premier League. Difference in quality. It's a massive difference. That's when you're just going to keep consistent. Because those few seasons, I don't want to call you a yo-yo club, but you don't want to become sort of a yo-yo team.
No.
Don't keep going down. Like you want to, stay in the Premier League.
100%. And I just think it's them first few years, isn't it? If you can stay up them first few years and consolidate, first few seasons, then, it can be done. You've done it. Fulham did it for a period. Wolves have done it. It's just that first couple of seasons when you're at your most dangerous of going down. So hopefully we can consolidate, like you say, give the manager the tools and the time, and hopefully we can do that, man.
Yeah. So go on to the next talking point then. So let's talk about Ollie Watkins. He's really struggling scoring at the moment. He's goal scoring form. What do you think of Ollie Watkins? Or should Malen start?
I think if it's a.
Go on, James.
Ollie Watkins got a great track record against Leeds. He scored loads of goals against Leeds. Especially when he was at Brentford, he was like defending Leeds' side, really. He always got a goal against Leeds. So if I was, Emery, I'd give him a chance because, he just the record.
Yeah.
I'm
do you think go on the bench, do you think? Do you think put him on the bench so he thought through his place?
It's a good point. I'm quite surprised that I thought he would really kick on again, Chad, this season. I had him in my fantasy team at the start of the season because I'm a big fantasy Premier League player. And he's not got going at all, has he, really? Which is a bit sad as well when you consider like we're going into a World Cup year and, he's not been getting picked, has he? Obviously, Kane will always need an understudy to Kane, so he really needs to kick on if he wants to get involved in that setup, because time's running out, I guess. And he's not getting any younger, is he?
Well, you think he's aged? And the quality, and his quality. It's not good enough. He should be doing a lot better.
Yeah, agreed. I agree.
Especially England, potential World Cup, but there's other players now that have established themselves.
Yeah.
Like strikers, like there's players like
totally agree.
Roy Delap, players like that will be wanting to go in that extra space as well. And
going on about Watkins is, He's always working hard. The last few guys, actually that Bournemouth guy, he's working those openings on the channels, but he's a striker. He's there to score goals. That's what he's there to do. He's a funny striker, Watkins. He goes through a lot of like these bad spells. Look, one season he can score like continuously loads of goals. Another season, like he's got one goal. It's clearly not good enough. So he's desperate for a goal. Watkins is. For his confidence.
Yeah, he needs to. You're right. But I always feel that Ollie Watkins is like a 1 in 2, 1 in 3 man. You know what I mean? So like on one end of the scale, you might have someone like Patrick Bamford, and you might have that Calvert-Lewin, and then at other end you've got Haaland, who just scores all the time, and Ollie Watkins is somewhere in between that. You know.
That's the problem, I think. We've got only one target, man. You're only relying sort of on one player.
Do you think would you prefer John Duran now? Do you reckon, Chad?
As it stands, I would at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Based on current thought, and I think Daniel Malen, I mean, he's a finisher.
Yeah, he is.
I think that Ollie Watkins, what he's going to do is, he needs to be more ruthless. Just take a chance, take a risk. And be brave.
Yeah, agreed. He will eventually lose his spot, I'd imagine, won't he?
Yeah. That's what it's a shame, I think, because he's dropped out the England squad, and he needs to show Thomas Tuchel the reason why he needs to get picked. And he's not showing that at the moment.
Yeah, no, agreed.
But with Daniel Malen, though, I do like Malen. I like his pace, his movements, and he's a decent finisher. He's been looking at impact the last few guys, Malen. James, you like Malen?
Yeah, I think he's obviously when you signed him, I didn't really know too much about him. But I don't think, is he Dutch or something?
Yeah. He plays in the Netherlands, yeah, he's Dutch.
So, I don't know, it was a high price that you paid for him.
Dortmund, you saw him from Dortmund, yeah, it was quite a high price.
So I think he would have gone to Villa wanted first team football, and so he'll have a point to prove that he's at this level.
Yeah. And the other thing I was debating as well, Joe, could you mind me trying Watkins and Daniel Malen together?
Potentially.
In the Burnley game, they did it.
Potentially could happen, couldn't it? Because I don't know what system it'll play, but did he try Duran and Watkins as well at times? Did he ever try that?
That didn't really work.
Yeah, be interesting.
It's very similar, I think. I think it's because John Duran, Watkins are both target man.
Yeah.
Target men, so that's the thing. But even Daniel Malen, I mean, though sometimes Daniel Malen, he plays off the striker. The thing with Daniel Malen is he's not actually an out-and-out striker.
I bet he's played on the wing at times as well, I think, Malen, and he over.
No wing, yeah, he's a bit similar like similar, like Marcus Rashford used to do.
Yeah, like an inside forward kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, Watkins, I didn't feel sorry for Watkins. Confidence was affecting him.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the next talking point then. So, I'll ask you, James. So this season, including the likes of Sunderland, I've been to Formula 1. So after getting promoted, do you think Leeds have a good chance to staying in the Premier League this season?
I think we do. We got to believe that we do because like Sunderland have started, very very well, and fair play to them. I think we need. I think Leeds need to go for it more at home, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, away is going to be difficult because so we've already got a win on the road. And we've got 2 wins at home, so
you need to make it a fortress. The Elland Road, you get your home games. Winning your home games is the difference between staying up. If you win most of your home games, then you will stay up.
so we'll be playing like we'll be having more possession over the games I've been to. We had more chances of the opposition. Like against Tottenham, they put their chances away.
The other thing you got to do as well, I think, James, you need to beat the teams around you.
Yeah.
As long as you beat the team you're expected to beat, then you should be up there.
Yeah. And you know what, as well, this season we have done that I guess we didn't against Burnley and Forest away from home, but at home we beat Wolves and we beat West Ham. So I think our away form, it is what it is. I think the majority, like you've said, Chad, we need to win at home. That has to be a fortress if we want to stay in the league.
Yeah.
And the home games where we're beating those around us, West Ham, we've beaten Wolves. I know that was away, but we beat Everton. We have to see a Villa, as good as you are, as a winnable game at home, because if we can't win at home, then we're never going to win, So we have to look at this and say, Elland Road has to be a fortress like Villa Park is, right?
Yeah, certainly. Does it? And also, like the teams. It's been a strange league this season. Anybody can beat anybody. I think it's the most wide open and competitive Premier League we've ever seen. And you need a bit of luck as well.
100%.
I think the fixture list, I think teams like Forest, I think we played them right at the time where things are probably going to change that club. I mean, they've got John Dyche, and obviously one of the first games is Leeds and at home, and they're going to need to put out a statement. Really, that's what they did against us.
Yeah.
And so I think if we played them early on in the season, it would probably be a different story. But it's kind of like, but everyone's got to play everyone. So
when we look at Leeds teams in the past, I think you would have crumbled. But this season, out of all the seasons, I think you got a stronger squad this season, in my opinion.
I think we've got a more competitive squad. I think I'd have to agree with you there. I think we will be competitive in games, we'll be physical in games, and for a period I felt we'd be difficult to beat, which we were at the start of the season. Last few weeks maybe not so, but at home, I genuinely think at home we can give anyone a game. It doesn't matter who, and I think we will be difficult to beat with that crowd behind us and the players that we have. I think we can. We can hopefully get results.
You got so much belief and you'll take advantage. That's what I'm talking about, set pieces. That's what the newly promoted teams need to take advantage of set piece situations. You're going to get an opportunity to win games.
They've improved this year as well, haven't they, James, our set pieces?
Yeah, I think got better utilised. We've got players like Road on this.
Oh, yeah.
I think because come on leaps and bounds this season.
Yeah. You got a lot of height in there.
But
You got a lot of tall players, some of them.
Yeah.
You got a lot of players that can attack the ball.
and it's not that familiar for a Leeds fan. I haven't seen goals from except Leeds faces because
Yeah.
we were one of the worst teams when we got promoted from set pieces.
Yeah. Looking into the next one. Yeah. We'll come to a final question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll ask you, James. So as a wheelchair user, what is the experience like going to Elland Road? And what needs to be done to improve the experience?
Well, it's pleased you say that. I've been a season ticket holder at Leeds since 2013.
Okay.
And obviously it's a lot better these days going to Elland Road than back in the day when we were going through wages every week.
Okay.
But at the moment it's a bit of a transition period because we've got plans to expand the stadium and build new stands. And the stand's right where I sit. So I don't know how to go to the way to go to build it. I don't know to build the back of it first, to be like what Tottenham did.
Yeah, I think that's what I think they're planning to build it in sections, aren't they, James? But be interesting to see. So where do you normally sit then, James?
I sit in line with the corner flag.
Okay.
Near where the cop is.
Not northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where mine is, bro. That's where mine is.
Northwest.
Okay.
So,
are you on the other side, northwest? Sorry.
Yeah. Where the tunnel is.
Right. Okay, I'm at the other side.
It's right next to that.
Yeah.
The guy in James, have you got a good view where you sit, James?
Yeah, I quite like where I sit, but also I like the fact that I'm in amongst it. With the fact that
the atmosphere.
And also I can take the mickey of opposition players because they can the training, sometimes you have to look round them a little bit, but I don't mind that because it's difficult to fully see the ball because my head doesn't turn that well. So I have to go with the crowd reaction for a lot of the to the corner from where the scoreboard is. I won't see very well, so I have to judge like that, which is not ideal, but it's and that probably would be a lot better once the new bit's done. But I do quite like where I sit.
Is it level? Is it level with the pitch? Like level with the pitch side? So that you're right by the players, then you're right that opposite the players.
Well, I'm in line with the goal line, so I could see the balls
when they warm up and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there has been a couple of instances where people have been celebrating and they've tripped over me. So it's like celebrating a goal, and then a fan just come running to try and celebrate like last minute, and they've tripped over my wheelchair like face first.
Oh well. But then it leaves though, the other road, I think you always get the atmosphere there. If you go Elland Road, I think it's been your home since, and it's always been Elland Road.
Yeah.
It always has been, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You always get an authentic atmosphere.
Definitely.
So you don't want to lose that atmosphere.
Especially like being it's like a cauldron. Also, the Villa Park is like one of the big institutional stadiums that Like for that.
And James, I was going to ask you as well. Do you have any problems like getting in and out of Elland Road? How's the traffic maintained? How's it maintained?
To be honest, I think Leeds is probably one of the best to get out. So literally,
Easy to get out, is it? Yeah.
Well, it took me like probably 10, 15 minutes, a little bit of a queue, but it's so easy. There's this flat path straight away around they've paved a lot more recently. And
that's what they need at Villa Park.
So I sometimes leave on 91, 92 just before, because I don't want, because it can be quite busy when everyone's getting out.
Yeah.
I have paid the price before with that when I missed the goal. It's like
oh yeah,
like Bournemouth game, I left when Leeds were winning 2-1. You know, I just see behind me a big roll.
You missed it. You missed it. Only about 4 minutes early, I usually do. 5 minutes early. In Villa Park, it's not really well maintained. And also the paths leading to Villa Park, they're very bumpy for wheelchairs.
So is it? See, these are things that obviously I probably take for granted, right? You know, I don't see these things. So is that something you would have to do? Get there? Do you have to get there earlier than normal as well to make sure?
You should get there early. Yeah.
Yeah, because like sometimes I would go. Well, sometimes I can be just leaving the pub and going 5 minutes before straight in. Oh, there we go. Whereas I guess you have to get in settled, and if the weather's not great or whatever, it's like, oh, I've got to wait. You know, I bet it can be quite frustrating. Which of these we take for granted, right? Or I take for granted anyway. So yeah, I can imagine.
Well, Joe, not long ago actually, I did a video about my match day routine at the beginning of the year, and that's quite a good insight.
You videoed it, yeah?
Just let me experience it up. You have to check it out.
Yeah, I will do, definitely. Definitely.
Well, yeah. Carry on.
I did something similar, but the thing is, though, with Leeds, I think that I waited my car until about 2:10, 2:15, and then I headed because, and that's tends to be not bad, but there's still a queue though getting in because, but they've got like they've got a supporters area which is specifically for people that they've got like disability tickets. But that's like really busy now these days, whereas about 10 years ago it wasn't really the case.
Yeah. We're going towards the end of the podcast. Also, a massive thank you to both of you joining me this evening.
Thank you for having me, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
And before we go, can I get a score prediction?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, James, or me?
You could go first.
Okay. I'm going to go. We have to score first in order for us to win. So I'm going to say we get a 2-0 win. We're going to get a 2-0 win. We're back. We're back.
I think,
what you, James? What do you think?
I think it'll be. Well, I'd like it to be 2-1 because it's Leeds to never make it easy. So, I think it'd be 2-1. It'd probably be. I'd like Leeds to score first, but Villa will probably end up getting back into it and then.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite, James. 2-1 to Aston Villa. We're going to go 2-1 away with nothing. I don't think it'd be easy, but I think we'll nick it 2-1.
We need 3 points though, Chad. You don't need them, man. So give them us.
Well, before we go, I'm going to get you both a plug. So, starting you first, James. Where can people find your YouTube channel?
Well, my channel name's called Jay's Parkin, Living Life DMD style with a YouTube channel, and that's just where you can find really. It's basically about lots of different aspects of our life.
Yeah, go and check out James's show. Doing a great job with his content. Just like me, we're spreading awareness about a very cruel disease.
Mm.
And Joe, as well, I want to give you a plug. So, Joe, where can one find your podcast?
Yeah, so it's the Just Joe football show. Just following Leeds United and yeah, just football in general. I'm gonna drop. I'm already subscribed to yourself, Chad. I'm gonna drop a subscribe to James now, so everyone do the same as well, man.
Oh, cheer, yes, subscribe to him. Subscribe to him. Also, Joe, you did a great job with your content as well. I subscribed earlier.
Good man. Thank you.
So thank you everyone for watching. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please remember to make sure to subscribe. Make sure to smash the like button on this video. Make sure to give it a share on all your socials. And if you're listening via audio, make sure to leave a good review. That always helps. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much, Joe and James, for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man.
We're going to wrap up this episode with Villa forever, as always, and up the Villa.